Hey, it's Dave, dagryffyn Hobby. I wanted to look at today a couple of engines that are not post-war. I know, okay, give me a break. I do like stuff other than post-war, it's just the post-war stuff is really what speaks to me. It's what I remember from being a kid, and it's the stuff that I always wanted when I was a kid. But there is some good stuff out there, I have to admit. More modern than post-war, but not necessarily modern. I think my favorite non-post-war engine that I have is this 1501 Lackawanna, the 484 Northern, or Pocono as the Lackawanna Railroad referred to it. I'm loving this engine. It's big, it's heavy, it's strong. Got magnet traction, the tender is heavy. It's pulling as well, if not better, than my best post-war engine, steam engine. Nothing beats my Trainmaster so far, but I'm really loving this engine. I don't need the sound of steam. I'm still kind of iffy on that. It just sounds like static, but being a post-war fan, I just love the sound of the train on the rails. So I turn off the sound of steam most of the time and just listen to the train run. Another of the non-post-war engines I've gotten recently is this 8206 Hudson. It's very much a carbon copy of a post-war engine. There are little changes inside to the motor frame that are nice updates. Essentially, it's post-war, except it doesn't have magnet traction, and that's a big downer for me. If this thing had magnet traction, I would love it, but it doesn't. I can't stand traction tires, but it's a nice solid engine. It runs nice. The other big thumbs down for me on this is the tender. It weighs nothing. I have had trouble backing up a train. It tends to derail. And I could add weight to the tender. I could add a post-war whistle to the tender. But first I gotta do something about the bad 8206 wobble. So I've seen people say use a different traction tire. I've seen people say that they've replaced the wheels with different wheels. I've seen people say that they've machined the wheels. Replacing the wheels, machining the wheels, that's beyond what I'm willing to do for this engine. I'll try a couple different traction tires. I've read that this engine is notorious for having a wobble. I think this was the MPC era's first larger engine, so I guess even though they had all the tooling from the previous era, they just weren't experienced as much and just didn't produce an engine of the quality that I would have expected. That being said, it's a very nice engine, just not as good as post-war, in my opinion. I just wish it had magnet traction. Do I have any other non-post-war that I think are pretty good? One of my other recent non-post-war engines is this 080. Again, no magnet traction, it's got a traction tire. I hate traction tires. But this engine being a more modern one, I think it's from 2004, which to me is extremely new. This thing runs so smooth. It makes me want to buy more modern engines, but I'm not going to. But this thing, it just runs smooth and slow. It's pretty impressive. Let's see, is there anything else? Everything else I have, steam engine-wise, is post-war and a couple pre-wars. I'm trying to be more open-minded than just always looking at post-war. So these are two engines I enjoy, and who knows, maybe I'll add more. There are a couple of MPC engines that I do have my eye on. Let's run these engines. I currently have the soundboard out of the tender, trying to repair it. So let's pretend there's a whistle here. Whistle, whistle, and here we go. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on dagryffyn Hobby.